Sup guys, Xander 977 here today to do Akame ga Kiru episode 5 review. Now this episode of Akame ga Kill had most exposition in it, a few action here and there with the introduction of a new deadly imperial character, and that being Esdeath, right? Because with the introduction of Esdeath, we see them first of all, this episode starts off actually Tatsumi training under the glasses chick. I forgot her name. He's training under her, he's swimming through the river, and we get even a backstory into her whereabouts, right? How normally in everyday life she's typically calm. No, normally in everyday life she's a klutz, she falls over everything, she makes mistakes here and there everywhere, but when it comes down to killing, which the first incident was totally random and by accident, when she killed that person, that was the first time in her life that she felt calm, cool, collected, and she felt like she was suited for that. It was something that she was naturally suited for. She was a natural born killer in her eyes, and so that's how she ended up joining the Revolutionary Army. And after that point, we see the leader of Night Raid, which is a silver hair chick. I forgot her name. She calls everybody and she tries out the Kurikuri Zank, or Zank the Executioner, his imperial weapon. She tries it out on Tatsumi, but they realize that hey, it's not going to work as well. Imperial arms, they pick and choose who their user actually is. So it didn't necessarily blend or fit together with Tatsumi. So he didn't get it. But then they gave him this book with a list of all the imperial arms that is known, or that is known of. And actually, as an interesting side note, Zank's imperial arms, they remarked that not much was actually known about it. So we know that out of the 48 imperial arms that exist, there are some that are known about and that are well documented, and others, like Zank's imperial arms, that is not very well known. So, on that note, Tatsumi even began to ask, so what is the strongest imperial arm, or who has the strongest imperial arms? And she says that if she has to say that it was one, she automatically begin covering her scar, which I believe is actually a backstory. It's hinting at her own backstory about how she got that scar, probably from Esdeath, right? This chick who has an ice weapon, and she was going to fight against this the fight against the northern race, this hyped up commander that seemed to be strong. How they made him strong, putting him those fancy armors and all of that. And then later on in this episode, we see Esdeath totally use him like a little dog for him to lick her boots and then just kill him on the spot and obliterate him like that. So Esdeath is hyped up a lot. She's hyped up by the leader of Night Raid to be the strongest Imperial arms user, and it's even hinted that the scar that she has came from Esdeath herself, because when talking about Esdeath, she held up that scar towards her face. And I know that even though it wasn't necessarily shown or mentioned, but I believe that that trick, even because she is the leader of Night Raid and all Night Raid users, except for Tatsumi because he's the newest, all Night Raid users have Imperial arms. So I'm pretty sure that that chick also, she has Imperial arms. It's just that it's not been revealed yet at this point what her Imperial arms is, or anything like that. But I'm pretty sure that she herself has an Imperial arms. So Esdeath gets revealed, and then we get the cutscene back to the Prime Minister and the puppet emperor, and how they are exclaiming about how two of their notable generals have joined Night Raid, right? And also the fact that Night Raid has been taking out their members one by one, including Zank, and how they took away that Imperial arm. So they are now being forced under pressure, that Night Raid is coming up against them. They begin to feel the pressure, and they begin to say that okay, well, actually, the prime minister begins to say that okay, since the Night Raid is trying to push us and pressure us, what they're going to do instead, they're going to bring Esdeath back. And upon him saying that and him mentioning that, everyone just got shudders down their spine. You know, everyone got frightened and startled, and you know, I guess it brings back bad memories for them, even though she is on their side. And this chick, you know, she's hyped up a lot. They said that she's the one who buried how many soldiers alive and this and that. She appears to be ruthless, and as hinted or as hyped up as leader of Nairi herself, she's supposed to be the strongest, or she has the strongest Imperial arms weapon, which is an ice weapon, ironically. So overall, um another important point, right, was towards the end of this episode when the girl with animal powers and Tatsumi. Yes, I don't necessarily remember a lot of these Night Raid, I mean Night Raid, not just Night Raid, but Akame got killed characters' names. I don't necessarily remember a lot of them, but bear with me. As the series go on, I'm pretty sure I will get their names, I will catch on to their names and I'll remember them. So that chick with the animal powers, her Imperial arms, she was running through the town with Tatsumi, and they got separated. Tatsumi got lost, and upon him being lost, one of the Imperial officers, because he's new to Night Raid, so he is an unwanted person like the other Night Raid members are. She met Tatsumi and she is there. She actually helped him out and all of that. Her name is Seryu, and Tatsumi remarked that the little pet looking dog thing that she travels around with is actually an Imperial arms itself. A living, breathing Imperial arms, apparently. And she helped him out, and the ironic thing is that it's revealed that this girl, she wants revenge for the fact that her teacher, her mentor, Oga, was killed by a Night Raid, and she met and helped out the very Night Raid member that disposed of Oga himself, and you know, not even known about it also. So you know, I'm towards the end of this episode we see the split screen rivalry between Tatsumi and this chick. So I'm sure that yes, that would be a set in stone rivalry between the the Imperial officers and Night Raid, right? It's one has already been set up. Tatsumi and Seryu, whatever, something like that. Seryu. I'm sure that's pretty sure her name. So whether it's in the next episode or whatever, cause we saw hints of what the next episode is going to be like, but I'm pretty sure that that will be a definite rivalry. Tatsumi and this chick. When she finds out about Tatsumi, that he was the one that killed her mentor, all of that, trust me, it's going to go downhill. But you know, life can be ironic like that at times. Overall, I thought it was a good episode. So that's it. That's my review. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Sayonara.